Tonight on the Rundown, the conflict in the Middle East widens, while the Senate blocks a resolution that would have restricted Trump's war in Iran, and flights are trying to return Americans home who are stranded amid the war.
Coming up, we will take a look at the weather. This weekend is going to be cloudy, but then heading into next week, we are going to see high temperatures and some sun.
Welcome to the National Rundown. I'm Aliyah El Mohammed.
And I'm Christina Zellin.
European countries are being drawn into the U.S. and Iran conflict. The UK says it's sending more jets to Qatar, and Greece and Italy are upping Cyprus's defenses. And Americans are returning home after being stranded in the Middle East.
The U.S. Senate is blocking a resolution that would put an end to President Trump's war with Iran. The vote ended 47 in favor and 53 not in favor. Democrats want the Trump administration to declare war with Iran, since his administration is calling the conflict a war. The House is expected to block a similar resolution today. Here's an unexpected twist in the future of food. Researchers in the UK say brewing leftovers may be the key to growing better meat in the lab. Tina Kraus reports from London.
A burger and a beer. It's a classic combo. Now British researchers are giving the pairing a scientific spin, using yeast left behind from brewing beer to create edible building blocks, a framework to help animal cells grow into lab-made meat.
The bacteria can grow on lots of different things, but the advantage of feeding them with this waste product is that we can turn waste that would otherwise be thrown away into something useful.
Scientists at University College London tapped into leftover yeast from a local brewery to test how well it could support growing cells, while tackling ethical issues like sustainability and animal welfare.
It's very modern. It's very forward thinking, isn't it?
The goal, to give lab-made meat the right texture and chew while keeping production costs low.
We have this machine, the texture analyzer, which measures the force required to compress our cube, and that tells us how chewy our sample is.
The study found beer waste gave lab-made meat a texture closer to the real thing, and animal cells grew well on the frame it formed. The team now plans to try other cell types like fat and muscle, and test yeast from different beers to see which produces the best results. From pint glass to petri dish, it's a full-circle food experiment scientists say could help beef up the future of dinner. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
We'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.
I know you've been grinding. I know things aren't easy. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Love, your mind.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.
And now, Stephen is here to talk about the latest on the war and what to expect over the next few weeks.
Hello.
How long is the U.S. and Iran war expected to go on?
So the war is currently on its 6th day, and President Trump has been outspoken that the war should last around 4 to 5 weeks. And President Trump and the U.S. military are executing what is called Operation Epic Fury, and if Iran is expected to put up a valiant fight, then it could last much longer.
So what's the current status of injuries and fatalities caused by this war?
So far, there have been 6 confirmed U.S. service members that have been killed in the war, and there have been 12 other countries that have been affected, and those totals are 1,200 deaths and multiple of hundreds of injuries.
What exactly is the U.S.'s involvement in the war?
So the U.S. began strikes on Iran on February 28th, which killed the supreme leader and 40 top officials. President Trump is targeting nuclear weapons, so he wants to eliminate all of Iran's nuclear weapons to prevent them from using them in the future.
Okay, thank you, Stephen.
Thank you for having me.
Trader Joe's is pulling over 36 million pounds of food from its shelves this week. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has issued a recall of various ready-to-eat frozen fried rice, ramen, and shumai dumpling products. Trader Joe's has released a statement urging customers to either discard their affected products or return them for a refund.
The United States and Venezuela agreed to a mining partnership. The U.S. Secretary of State Doug Bergman met with Venezuela's interim president Delcy Rodriguez on Wednesday. The two countries will be working together to further develop mining in Venezuela. Venezuela has also added reforms to its oil sector that will allow for more foreign investment. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is calling for 2028 Los Angeles Olympics chair Kerry Wasserman to step down after documents released showing Wasserman's ties with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year sentence for child sex trafficking.
Now, here is Jackson with the latest in entertainment news.
Now, let's get into the latest in the world of entertainment. Starting us off, pop superstar Britney Spears was arrested in California for a DUI around 9:30 p.m. Wednesday night. California Highway Patrol took Spears in after her vehicle was spotted swerving in and out of lanes. After being taken in and having her vehicle towed, she spent the night in jail before being released Thursday morning. In other news, the East Tennessee Children's Hospital announced that they will be changing their name to the Dolly Parton Children's Hospital to commemorate a donation by the country music star. The hospital's mission to provide care to any child who steps through their door has only been furthered by Parton's generous donation, ensuring that every child receives the care that they need. And also, in Los Angeles, the house used for the exterior shots for the TV sitcom The Brady Bunch has been designated as a historical cultural landmark. The Los Angeles City Council voted unanimously to provide the home with landmark protections, preventing any demolition attempts or major renovations. Nonprofit organization LA Conservancy pushed for the landmark status, claiming that fans come from across the world to visit the famous home. And finally, Book Talk and fans can rejoice as Sarah J. Maas, author of the critically acclaimed and globally loved series A Court of Thorns and Roses, unveiled the release date for not only the upcoming sequel, but the one after as well. The 6th book in the series will be released October 27th this year, and the following book will drop January 12th in 2027. And that's all for your entertainment news. Back to the desk.
The World News Minute is coming up next on The Rundown. Stick with us.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day.
British rapper Ghetts has been sentenced to 12 years in prison for a deadly hit-and-run crash in London. Authorities say the 41-year-old artist, whose real name is Justin Clark Samuel, was speeding and under the influence of alcohol when he struck a 20-year-old in October 2025. The man suffered catastrophic injuries and died 2 days later. Ghetts pleaded guilty to causing death by dangerous driving in December. In addition to the prison sentence, a judge also banned him from driving for 17 years.
Legendary college football coach Lou Holtz has died at the age of 89. Holtz is best known for leading Notre Dame Fighting Irish football team to a national championship in 1988, finishing the season without a loss. Over a coaching career that spanned more than 3 decades, Holtz won 249 games and coached at 6 schools. After retiring from coaching, Holtz became a longtime college football analyst on television. The Hall of Fame coach passed away in Orlando, surrounded by family. And now, Alex has more on the latest world news.
Spain's government has recently denied cooperating with U.S. operations in the Mideast. Both governments exchanged contradictory statements over the possible use of Spanish military bases by American forces. Moments after a White House spokesperson said the Spanish government in Madrid had agreed to help the U.S., Spanish Foreign Minister José Manuel Álvarez came out and flatly denied that the European government has changed its position. This comes after President Trump said he would cut off trade with Spain. Recent sniper rifle photos from North Korea sparked potential succession by Kim Jong-un's daughter. Kim Joo appeared with her father and other officials during a rifle salute to the North Korean military leader's service. The images suggest that Joo is training to be the next successor. Cuban prosecutors charged 6 Cuban exiles with crimes of terrorism and ordered them to held in pretrial detention on Tuesday in connection with an incident last week. Cuban forces killed 4 Cuban nationals and wounded the 6 exiles aboard a speedboat that entered Cuban waters. If convicted, they could face prison terms up to 30 years or even the death penalty.
After the break, we'll be back with sports.
Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
United States Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says that the country is accelerating when it comes to the war in Iran. As of Thursday morning, reports said that more assets were going into the region. Reports also said that since the war began, 6 United States troops have been killed. The funeral for the Ayatollah has also been postponed.
Now, here is Darren with the latest in the world of sports.
Good news for all baseball fans. The World Baseball Classic is back and has officially started. There are many sought-off matchups coming Friday. We have the U.S. versus Brazil, Great Britain versus the U.S. on Saturday, Netherlands versus Dominican Republic on Sunday, and many more to come. The Classic is a 12-day-long baseball mania where many nations from around the world play each other to crown the best country. Will Shohei Ohtani and Japan win their 4th WBC title, or will the U.S. take the crown this time around? The NFL's offseason is underway, and big deals are already happening. Chicago Bears Pro Bowl wide receiver DJ Moore has been traded to the Buffalo Bills. Kansas City Chiefs Pro Bowl cornerback Trent McDuffie has been traded to the Los Angeles Rams, and that is just scratching the surface for what is about to happen. Next Wednesday, the new NFL league year is starting, which allows teams to sign free agents. With teams signing and releasing players to free up some money, it is in the making of a great NFL free agency. Sorry to end on a sad note, though, but longtime football head coach of Notre Dame, Lou Holtz, passed away at 89 years old. He coached for 6 college teams and 1 NFL team. He spent time with William & Mary, NC State, Arkansas, Minnesota, South Carolina, and most notably, Notre Dame, where he led to a 12-0 record and also had 130-2 record. He also had a brief stint in the NFL, which only lasted 1 season. That's all I have. Back to Lee at the desk.
It's time for more rain. Owen will have more on the weather.
Let's take a look at the weather over the next few days here in Glassboro. I am Owen Caldwell. Starting it off Thursday night, a low of 38 degrees as there is rain likely into the overnight hours heading into Friday. Now, over the next 5 days, and it's going to be a pretty cloudy weekend here in Glassboro as we have a high of 45 on Friday, and then the temperature continues to rise as we go into the rest of the weekend, going up to 54 on Saturday and then up to 65 on Sunday, springing into the 60s right on here. But it does not stop there. How about Monday and Tuesday? Temperatures in the 70s with the sun ablazing as well here in the borough. So it is not getting any cooler after all of the snow that we had in the month of February. So that's the weather for the next few days here in Glassboro. And now let's take a look at our weather window. Checking our weather window today around the campus of Rowan University. It was a little bit too cold to hang out outside, but of course that did not stop people from walking to class and getting there safely. But going back to the weather for the next 5 days, clouds to start the weekend and then bright sun to start the week. And Christina, Aaliyah, how do you guys feel about this? Because it made me happy today.
Definitely happy to get some sun, even if it's a little bit, it's nice enough.
I'm overjoyed. I saw the 70s for next week. I love the warmth. I'm sick and tired of this cold, so as soon as I saw that, I was smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I never want to see snow again for the rest of the year at least.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Thanks, Owen.
Thank you. All right, folks, have a good night. Enjoy the sun.